gonna do this one the right way.
Hi guys, I'm back, and I'm back with another banger. Welcome back to my YouTube, guys. As you see by the title, I went to 3 different churches. I went to Parklands Church, SDA Church, I went to View Church, and I went to Hillsong. So 3 churches in one weekend. And I'm gonna give a review? Okay, let me first start off and say that they're all great churches. Good morning, guys. So today it's Saturday, so I'm going to my church today. So Parklands Church, this is my church, so I'm always gonna say it was good. I think Parklands Church has the best singing there is. The best singing, probably the best voices, because of how, like, just SDAs in general. Just know how to sing, like most of them, not all, if not all of them, know how to sing.
And then we all receive
and I stand on that. And they'll be hitting like the highest notes that you know, bro. Like, first day done of going to church. It was amazing. Like, honestly, like, I'm just gonna say every church is amazing now. I feel like it was very nice. I caught up with some friends. So us SDAs do hymnal, mainly do hymnal, always do hymnal. If you're going to Tableview, Parklands, or just an SDA church, always have your hymnal book. Let me explain to you what hymnal is. Hymnal is like the olden day songs. Basically, a great example is Amazing Grace, which is an older song back in the day that we still use. What else? I don't know. I don't remember all the hymnal songs. My phone is filming, so I can't really Google. But yeah, basically that. Parklands. What I thought about it, it's a closer church. So yeah, if you're going there, just know that they don't really sing in English. They don't really sing in English, but the preaching is in English. What the preaching was about, I'm gonna tell you what all the preachings were about. So I wrote it down because I have the worst memory ever. Wait, let me find it. Parklands. What they were talking about was togetherness. Majority of the Christian community does a fasting in January because it's a new year, new beginning. Start your year with God. Parklands and View Church was around this. They were very similar. They started off with Parklands. Now I'm speaking about Parklands. Parklands focused on how in Acts it's also about togetherness. How we should, as a church, move together, and we should. If the church says we're going this way, even if you don't like it, just follow. Basically, togetherness. Sometimes we say that, we can't give to the poor because they're going to do this, they're going to buy drugs. And he said it doesn't matter what they do with the money, because what you've done is just given them, and it's their choice to use it for good or use it for something that doesn't really help them in our lives. At least you gave. The same with clothes. They do encourage us to actually buy them food and give it to them rather than giving them money, So that was basically what it was about. And if someone, I just remembered what they were talking about now. even though it's in my notes, I just remembered how good this message was. How if we go to Acts 3 verse 1 to 4, they talk about a guy that was carried daily. Talked about how they didn't have money, they didn't give him money, but they had their backs. They carried him day and night to this place, and if they didn't carry him, he wouldn't have heard Peter and John say, get up and walk. They was asking Peter and John for money, as how I understand it. But hey, I should go back and read that. Don't take my words word for word. He was asking Peter and John for money, but instead of money, he gave him something that he could do. And it basically shows that even if you don't have money, you can still give something that isn't money. You can still give clothes, you can still give food, there's a fridge, right? You have food in your fridge. You can give people on the streets. You still have the ability, even if you don't have money. Basically, he was talking about how you may not have a connection to what the person wants, but you know someone else that has the connection. If you know someone else that has that connection, then you can just connect the two, you know what I mean? And we shouldn't be like jealous or envious of people that what if I give them this connection and they do better than me? Like, what's wrong with you? That was basically the message on how we should be together as a church, be united. He said if the church is moving forward and you are still where you are, then we have a problem. We have a problem. This video is brought by me. Yeah, it's brought by me. I don't have any sponsors. Yeah. Maybe soon. Anyway, enjoy the video. Let's go to View Church. So View Church had a similar lesson. I actually confused these two now because they all have like not confused, but I fused them together because they all have a similar, not all of them. View Church and Parklands had a similar lesson. So View Church's lesson was about fasting as well, about how it's not about saying no to things, it's about saying no to yourself on things such as yourself and food. Basically, you're fasting. Like, how do you fast? Like, you're saying no to fruit or however you fast. It's not about saying no to these things, it's about saying yes to God. That's what he's saying. And he was also talking about the best form of worship. You can worship on the Sabbath day. Do you guys call it the Sabbath day? I'm not sure. But you can worship on a Sunday, and that's not your biggest worship. Your largest worship is during your daily life, when you go away from church, when you your schedule, how you treat people. That's your loudest worship to God in your personal lives, in our personal lives. Yeah, he was talking about how we shouldn't be high maintenance, and I felt attacked. I felt that. Being fulfilled. We do not need to be high maintenance. We are not high maintenance. I felt that one and I was like, yeah, maybe I should go read my Bible now. It was also he also touched on on the relationship. Genesis 1 verse 11. I think that's the verse where he talks about how God didn't create the trees, but he created the seeds in the ground to grow the trees, and it shows the relationship between the soil and the seeds, and how we are the same, and how we should not be that we should be rooted in God, or else we will die. Because we are physically there, but like spiritually we are dead. That's what he was talking about. And let's not talk about how I was late to this place. How I was late to View Church. Yes, I was late to View Church. Guys, I'm so late. I have literally 3 minutes to get to the bus stop. The bus is leaving me. At the bus stop, I made it. That was so like stressful. I didn't know that there wasn't an afternoon service. I thought it was morning, afternoon, evening, but it's morning, evening, and I was like, oh, so I had to rush out. I woke up at 10, so the church started at 10:45, so I had to rush, get down, and run to the bus stop. View Church really values their visitors in such a sense that you get free coffee, guys. Like, what kind of visitor doesn't want free coffee? If you don't like coffee, hot chocolate is there, you know. And they really sat me down and talked to me about like joining the church, like what do you want?
Respond to the gospel, scan the QR code for salvation.
Parkland has the best singers. View Church has the best welcoming. Hillsong. Guys, Hillsong was too good. Okay guys, so right now I took off my wig, but anyway, so I came from View Church now, so I'm gonna get ready. It's literally like 2 now, and then now I'm gonna get ready for Hillsong. I'm getting ready for the Hillsong now. Yeah, it's 2. Yeah, I'm getting ready really early. Okay guys, we're going to the third church for today. Well, the last one. I've always wanted to go to this one because of how like big it is, and you can't avoid not seeing it basically. I low-key in my phone because why are you not filming? Hillsong values they value their youth, and because the youth were downstairs, the parents were upstairs, and I was like, damn it, they really do value their youth. Maybe it's just the 6 p.m. one. Maybe in the morning that the church is mixed. But yeah, it was about youth at 5:30, and they really didn't go into the word. They just spoke about John. My book was open, but now I'm just doing it from memory. They were speaking about Joshua 3, and go read it. Mostly focused on worship. Maybe at 5:30 they focus on worship, and I'm not sure. I just been there once, but yeah, I think they really take the youth into consideration more, because there's a lot of youth there. There's probably the most youth I've ever seen in my life, and usually you see the youth sitting back and like not participating. All of those youth were participating, and I was actually in shock, like how many young people like in that church really love God and want a relationship with God. All you hear is like, okay, I'm just gonna give my life to God like later in my life because I'm too young. Okay, anyway, I'm concerned about you if you think that way. So the best qualities that I think the churches had were, Parklands had the quality of how they have the best singers. Parklands has the best singers. Tableview, SDA churches in general, they have the best singers. View Church has the best welcoming new people. They have the best welcoming. Hillsong has the best youth, prioritizing youth. So they all have their qualities and what they strive in. Some of you guys need to work on the welcoming committee. The welcoming committee must come here, because the way I felt in Hillsong was like I was extremely lost. Like, if you go to Hillsong, don't go alone. Don't go alone.
Lord is the kingdom. You are exalted as head over all. Wealth and honor come from you. You are the ruler of all things.
But it was fun to actually have people your age that really love God, to see them really love God like you do. Like, you have to choose your church. If you don't like the church that you're going to now, go to different churches. Don't just give up and be like, okay, I'm just gonna worship God at home. You know, churches were not made for that. Don't give up on your churches. Don't give up on finding a church, because you need to be held accountable. That's what churches is for, to actually give out our different interpretations of the Bible and what we think, and our understanding, to learn more, to actually be held accountable as people. If God wanted you to be alone, He wouldn't have created churches. He wouldn't have created friends. The peace after going to church, just saying, that God did. But yeah, I do recommend everybody go to church. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for allowing me to share all this information to you. And if you want to see more of these videos, please comment your church so I can come visit you guys. Please like this video so I can get money, so I can travel. So I can travel to these places. And I love you and I leave you. And please go to church. Please go to church. Go to church. This was an encouragement. This is a great experiences. Honestly, all of them are great churches. All of them, I don't know, they just felt like I was going to heaven doing all of them. So basically, have a good day. I love and leave you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you can, I can't do this, and turn on your notifications so you can be notified whenever I post. I did it. So, I love you and leave you. Bye bye.